mist coming in, like something is brewing and about to begin. Can't put me finger on what lies in store, but I fear what's to happen, all happened before. A father, a mother, a daughter, a son. The threads of their lives are all raveling undone. Something is needed to twist them as tight as a string you might use when you're flying a kite. Chim chimney, chim chim, chiree chim room.
I can't do this to fly a kite, and you can't make us your only nanny.
Oi, not you two again. Go on home. Oi, come back here.
Oh, good morning, Bert.
Morning, Miss Love. And how's it will it be today?
Oh, very well, thank you, Bert. Oh, Admiral. What is it?
Morning, Admiral. How's it looking?
Dark clouds gathering at number 17. Storm warnings overdue.
Of all London byways were right off me cap. This one's the hardest to find on a map. Cherry Tree Lane, as sweet as a song, but the nannies who come here, they don't stay for long. Chim chimney, chim chim, cherry chim choroo.
Run away from me for the last time! Who gets stuck with the children when there's no nanny in the house? Me, that's who! I've said my famous spiel, and that's all I'll say. I'm done with this house forever. Well, good for it instead. And my name's Stone going to be here. Katie Nana? No, Katie Nana, where are you going? Katie Nana's gone, and is it any wonder? You're even half demented by the children's threats. Do you really think of me another blunder? What on earth am I to say to Mr. Flex? George, dear, I'm feeling so bereft, dear. Another nanny's left, dear. Every nanny goes, we're unlucky, I suppose. We are never going to find our perfect nanny.
Nonsense! Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain, whilst I remain the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane. Kurt, the simple truth is you've engaged 6 nannies in the last 4 months, and they've all been unqualified disasters. A nanny should govern. A nanny should rule. A nanny is a paragon who suffers no fool. And nannies are stalwarts our children would gain by having such a nanny in Cherry Tree Lane.
Of course, George,
So
but
take control of situations. Show your authority when interviewing staff. You know your role. They know their stations. Efficiency and forethought cut the jobs in half. Briefcase!
see, I thought Katie Nana would be firm with the children. She always looked so cross.
Winifred, never confuse efficiency with a liver complaint. Umbrella!
If only we could find someone like your old nanny.
I'm afraid that's not realistic, my dear. Few women alive could manage Miss Andrews' standards of efficiency. And besides, we can never afford someone of her caliber.
Precision and order, he wants nothing less.
It's like an army barracks.
Yes, and we're in the mess. No wonder the nannies are driven insane. We're living in a madhouse in Cherry Tree Lane.
Now, Winifred, if you do want to please me,
You know I do, George.
very well, then place an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nanny at the lowest possible wage.
We'd better give them ours before they make another mistake.
I would stress that.
Father, What's that you're holding, dear?
We've written our own advertisement.
What
Oh,
on?
no, George, I think we should hear it.
Now, Winifred, none of your theatrics.
It won't hurt to listen.
Wanted a nanny for 2 adorable children.
Adorable, but that's debatable, I must say.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts.
That's the part I put in.
Play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and very pretty.
Well, all the
No, George, please.
Take us on outings, give us treats,
Sing songs, bring sweets. Never be cross or cruel. Never feed us cattle, oil, or brew.
love us as our son and daughter.
And never smell of barley water. I put that bit in too.
If you won't scold and dominate us, we will never give you cause to hate us. We won't hide your spectacles so you can't see.
Put toads in your bed or pepper in your tea.
Hurry, nanny, many thanks.
Sincerely,
Jane,
and Michael.
thanks.
That's quite enough tolerance for one day. Now you please go upstairs and let me get to work.
George, they were only trying to help.
It won't help anyone to make me late. Where's my hat?
George, dear.
Hat!
I thought you put it down here. Hat! I'm sure bowler hats can't simply disappear.
Think upon the nanny who doesn't run away.
He's brushed with foot polish.
Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of the household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants,
Are on your domain. Whilst I remain the sovereign, mind you use the day well.
you remain the sovereign.
6 o'clock sharp.
He remains a sovereign.
On cherry tree lane. Yes.
I've come in answer to the advertisement.
What advertisement? We haven't placed any advertisement. Not yet.
George and Winifred Banks live here, do they not?
Mr. and Mrs. Banks live here, yes.
And you are looking for a nanny?
Well, I suppose.
Very well then. Now let's see. Play games, all sorts, which I most certainly can. Take us on outings, give us treats,
Michael, it's our advertisement.
rosy cheeks and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
None at all.
I'm glad to hear it.
But take it up with Mrs. Banks. She handles all that side of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. And don't forget the references.
I make it a rule never to give references.
But I thought it was usual.
A very old-fashioned idea to my mind. The best people never acquire them now.
Very well then. You have every third Thursday evening off from 5 until 9.
Best people give every second Wednesday from 6 till 8, ma'am, and that is what I shall take.
I see. I guess it's all settled then.
As long as I am satisfied. I'll see the children now, thank
Oh,
you.
of course, of course. You'll find that they're very lovely children. Now, kids, this is,
Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stare. And close your mouth, Michael. We are not a codfish. Best foot forward, spit spot.
Mrs. Brill, I believe we found a new nanny.
She passed it in to me then.
Or I did.
Very tidy, I must say. Tidier than I was expecting. Who's responsible for that?
Mrs. Brigg. I am. I like to keep things neat.
Do you? Well, I look forward to making use of that. If there's one thing I admire, it's a child whose word I can depend on. Who's he when he's at home?
That's Valentine. He's mine.
From the look on his face, I'm not sure he'd agree with you.
He's just a silly doll and I don't want to play with him now.
Treat him like that and he might not want to play with you. Now, First things first. I always say the proper place to hang a hat is on a hat stand.
But there's nothing in it. We'd better keep an eye on this one. She's tricky.
Mary Poppins, how could you know what we wanted in a nanny when we made our list?
Your list? I'm not an item in a weekly shop, thank you very much.
How did you come anyway? It's as if the wind just blew you here.
It did. Now, stand over there. Just as I thought, a noisy, mischievous, troublesome little boy.
You're making that up. A noisy...
Now you. Thoughtless, short-tempered, and untied.
I don't believe you. Let me see.
By the time the wind has blown, the weather vane around, I'll show you, if I can. No matter what the circumstance, for one thing I'm renowned. My character is spick, spot, spick, and span.
What about your measurement, Mary Poppins?
I'm practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say, each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great and patently sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Ah, lovely. Both prim and proper and never too stern. Well educated yet willing to learn. I'm clean and honest, my manner refined, and I wear shoes of a sensible kind. I suffer no nonsense, and whilst I remain, there's nothing else I feel I need explain. I'm practically perfect in every way. Practically perfect, that's my forte. Uncanny nannies are hard to find. Unique yet meek, unspeakably kind. I'm practically perfect, not slightly soiled. Running like an engine that's just been freshly oiled. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Well, those are my credentials. Perhaps you have a few questions.
Not temperamental.
No.
Not grouchy or gruff.
The very thought.
Will you stay tender when the going gets tough?
Quite the contrary.
Do you read stories without a big fuss?
Or have objections to playing with us?
So I like games, but I choose them.
But that's not fair!
Some minor improvements may not go amiss, but at all times you must remember this.
You're practically perfect in every way.
I guarantee
Practically perfect, we hold you say.
each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great
And patently sound.
patently sound. This thought. I'll take my telescope, thank you.
It's not fair.
I didn't say I was fair. I said I was. Practically perfect, and here's my name. By the time I leave here, you won't believe I'll say you'll be practically perfect.
Practically perfect. You will be practically perfect in every
does what I likes, and I likes what I do. Today I'm a screever, and as you can see, a screever's an artist of highest degree. And it's all me own work, from me own memory.
Oh, lummy! Not these again!
Come on, Mr Parkkeeper, it's just me pictures like it always is. There's no harm in them.
I'll be the judge on that. This is my car, and I say you're interfering with a public baby. I want to remove this. That I am, just you watching. That's all, just you watching.
Stay right where you are. I'd know that silhouette anywhere. Mary Poppins.
It's nice to see you, Bert.
I must say, you do look swell.
Mary Poppins, how does he know you? How know you managed to arrive?
I wasn't born 1 minute before I walked into your house, Michael Banks. Have you met these two, Bert?
I've seen them running about chasing a kite.
It isn't a real kite.
So, what are you up to?
Mary Poppins says it's a game. It's called A Walk in the Park.
Some game. I'd rather eat spinach.
Come on, Bert. You're due for a break, and you promised you'd take me out next time we met. Or have you forgotten?
Of course I am, Mary, but,
Oh dear, is that all you've got? Well, never mind, my treat. And no one's charging for the trees or the sky, are they?
Mary Poppins, is he really coming with us?
Why shouldn't he?
Well, to start with, he's very dirty, isn't he? Father would never approve.
what's that?
You can't come with us. You're too dirty. We don't want to go to the stinking park anyway.
Oh, yes you do, because when you walk with Mary Poppins, you go to places you never dreamed of. And if she says it's a game, you know she's got something in mind. You can be certain of that.
That's a picture of the park, isn't it?
That's not a park. Not our park anyway. Look, that tree's a much brighter green and the skies are quite a different blue.
I think you'll find it's just the way I've drawn it. All that it takes is a spark. And something as plain as a park becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look anew, then you'll understand. Why, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
Oh, really?
When the day is grey and ordinary, and Mary makes the sunshine bright.
You do talk nonsense.
Oh, happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the
I
dark.
haven't the faintest idea what.
When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
Use enough brass for all of us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come on, you two.
Boring, just like other nannies thinking. Parks are good for us. It's just statues, ducks and grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she doing it to spite us? We could lose or fall a lot. Perhaps it's all a plot. I'll tell you what, she seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us in the park. What was that?
Quite wrong, you know.
Well, who are you?
I'm Nearly. Surely you know that. You've sat to meet me often enough. You've waited half a century to walk through the park on a sunny day like this.
Ain't it a glorious day? Right as the morning in May.
I feel like I could fly.
Have you ever seen the grass so green or a bluer sky?
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Better days I've never known.
You can ask the passing statuary.
Nothing's ever set in stone. Morning, Mary.
Morning, Constable.
You do look tip-top if I might say so.
Thank you, Bert. And you may.
Each man as with his dog will stand up dog to see us that country, take a gentle jog. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
It's a jolly holiday with you guys. Gentlemen like you are few. No rusted diamond in the rough cut. Underneath your blood is blue. You'd never think of pressing your advantage. For Paris is the hallmark of your creed. Lady Mabel's feel when you are near. Your sweet gentility is crystal clear.
It's crystal clear.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with you.
It's a jolly holiday. A jolly, jolly holiday with you. Mary.
You've only got yourself to blame, Bert.
Let's go for a jaunty saunter. We are bound to make a laugh. Looks like all of us are born to take a promenade in the park.
Jane, did that really happen? Yes, but how?
Mary Poppins, of course.
How do you know Mary Poppins?
She's an old friend of my father's.
Your father? Your statue can't have a father.
Well, if that's true, then how can I miss him so much?
Isn't he one of the other statues?
No, he lives far, far away from here.
Do you really miss him?
Well, of course I do. Wouldn't you miss your father if you hardly ever saw him?
I'll have to think about that.
That's it! That's it! That's what it was! This plinth is half empty. The statue's gone.
Do you mean you've lost your marbles?
This is your fault, ain't it? I knew we shared trouble when you first arrived. Now we got a statue missing. What? Ah, lovely!
Will you play with us again, Cornelius?
Of course I will. I'm not going anywhere.
Then we'll see you soon. Goodbye, Cornelius.
Goodbye.
Cornelius must be so lonely. Could his father ever come to stay?
Anything can happen if you let it.
How long will you stay?
We'll see.
You won't leave us, will you, Mary Poppins?
I'll stay until the wind changes. Go on.
Good night, Michael. Good night, Jane. Good night, Mary.
Good night, Bert.
Jane and Michael
want to say goodnight.
Tell them you've given me the message.
George, please.
Oh, Daddy, we've had a fantastic day. We danced with the statue, we sang with the busker, we met Queen Victoria. We know you'd never approve, but...
If you knew that, then why did you do it?
Daddy, could I have a kite? A proper one?
Could you fly it?
You could always teach me.
When would I have time to do that?
Daddy, who was the father of Neleus?
Would you please let me get on? Good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites. And his beloved astronomy, of course.
I used to love astronomy at his age, but my nanny, Miss Andrews, soon beat it out of me.
I suppose we do need a nanny. Is it out of the question to do without one?
Don't be absurd. Of course we need a nanny. All the best people have nannies, so the wives can do charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how's your tea party coming on?
I'm not sure. It seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
But they're people you should know. Remember, by your friends shall be judged.
But they're not my friends. Actually, I heard from Clemmy Bunting today. She's rehearsing a play at the moment. I thought I might...
How many times must I tell you? I wish you to sever all connection with that part of your life.
George, I was an actress. Lots of people might find that interesting. Although you always talk as though I should be ashamed of it.
But it's not exactly something to be proud of. Winifred, dearest, I'm only thinking of you. I want people to admire you, to respect you.
I know, George, but sometimes it's
It
hard.
is not hard. It is your job to be Mrs. Banks.
And what is your job?
To pay for everything. What is it?
I was only going to kiss you.
Oh. Oh, all right. Are you going to say something to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well, but just make sure she's doing things our way and not hers. What good are rules if you can bend them? We need a nanny who is disciplined and stern. With boys and girls, you just befriend them. I fear that Mary Poppins has a lot to learn.
Being Mrs. Banks should be an easy road, and yet it's one which I don't seem too good at on the whole. I have a comfy home, I have a simple life, I have a name which tells the world I'm someone else's wife. Being Mrs. Banks, what does that entail? Facing tests of character, I always seem to fail. And as for his best people, well, I'd like to say no thanks. They're not exactly my idea of being Mrs. Banks.
I still feel as if I dream so much fun in just one day. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. I'm sure Neleus is beaming. Let's hope she will stay. Good night, Neleus. Let's hope she will
Precision and order.
Each tides can turn, sink or swim, see what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just learn a trade, so I learned them all. Chim chimney, chim chim.
Morning, birds swarming the decks today, I see.
Gotta keep the street ship shape, Admiral.
Tell me, how are things aboard number 17? All plain sailing Mary Poppins, I trust?
There's some rough weather on every voyage, Admiral.
Ah, Miss Lark, what those children need is a touch of the cat and a knife on the yardarm.
What those children need, Admiral, is a touch of happiness. Could that be?
I'll get to know before the guests arrive.
Everything's under control, ma'am.
What about the cake?
Cooling on the tray, waiting to be iced.
And you're quite sure you know how to ice it?
Quite sure. And in case you worry, I have not been exchanged by the fairies for a total nincompoop. No.
No.
Well, I'll just go up and check the drawing room.
I'd like to be helpful.
Well, I'd like to be rich, but the good Lord, but otherwise.
Mother wants me in the drawing room.
Well, she can't have me. I've got enough on my plate as it is.
She says you can tell Robertson I what to do.
Does she indeed? Well, why don't I go and have a smoke near the gasworks for good measure?
Please, Mrs. Brill, I don't mind, honest.
All right. I give you one task and one task only. And so help me, if you get this wrong, I'll sweep for you and see as you pull the lever.
What is it, Mrs. Brill?
The icing tools next to the cake. And I'll need a bowl of hot water to put them in. I will make the icing as soon as I'm back.
Icing tools, cake, hot water. I will make the icing as soon as I'm back.
Now, do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. Once the cake is done, I have the sandwiches next because Madam wants them fresh. So I can't start them until there's no time to finish them. I swear a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house!
Well, don't just stand there, Robertson I.
Right, no.
What are you looking for?
A bowl for the hot water.
Michael, why don't we make the icing?
Because we don't know how?
Don't be so feeble. Get the eggs. If Mrs. Frill can do it, it can't be that hard.
Are there eggs and icing?
There are in mine.
Well, I don't think Mrs. Brill will thank you.
Then she will be guilty of great ingratitude.
Is it supposed to look like that?
It doesn't look like that when Mrs. Brill does it.
Don't be so impertinent and get me the cake.
Oh, honestly, Miss Jane, I was only trying to be helpful. If only... Oh! Oh! Oh!
What have you done? Oh, Robertson, should I call the doctor?
I don't think that's necessary, Mom.
How can you be so unkind when you know how important my party is? You two deserve some very nasty medicine. Just you wait until bedtime.
Oh, I don't think we should wait till then, Mom. Why not go up and get changed? We'll clear up, won't we?
But we're not ill, and I won't take you. You can't make me.
In that, as in so many things, your information is faulty. Open.
Strawberry ice.
Now you.
I'm not sure I like strawberry ice.
I'm not sure I care. Open.
I'm cordial.
Now off we go, you two. Michael, I know you like to keep things neat. Jane.
Must we? Can't Robertson I do it when he wakes up? He is a servant.
With that attitude, you'll get through a lot of stuff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find the fun and snap, the job's a game. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. A look, a spree, it's very clear to see that a spoonful sugar's the medicine. You're down the medicine, you're down the medicine, you're down medicine, go down, medicine, go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. So, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
The medicine go down!
Go down, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. In the most delightful way.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Apparently these came this morning, but Roberts and I forgot to give them to you. They're apologies from your guests, ma'am. They're not coming. None of them. Do you think we chose the wrong day? I think we chose the wrong guest, ma'am.
In the most delightful way.
What game? Did Daddy agree?
It's called A Visit to the Bank.
That's not a game.
If Daddy did agree, you must have put the idea into his head somehow.
It's an impertinent thing to say. Me putting ideas into other people's heads. Really?
Decision and order, causing a wheel. Hoping for pleasure, closing a deal. Prudent investment, financial sense. Great sunshine, and cheerings, and fence.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning. Great men have dreams of power and position, and it's our job to back them to the hilt. For shrewd investment and advice, and pay our price. The bedrock on which banks are built. Right, a word. I see our one hustler is coming in again today. Have you made your decision?
I believe so, sir.
Good, good. Be sure it's the right one.
Every transaction, credit or debt, sheets or a balance, targets are met. Perhaps, what objections can you have? My securities are more than adequate, and Latin America is an expanding market. What is the matter? Have you no coverage?
But, Mr. Von Hustler, what I haven't been able to grasp is, what exactly is your final product?
What do you think? Money, of course.
Yes, money. But making money out of money, is that enough?
Are you man enough to be a banker? Dreams of building an empire, make his name in many distant lands. And in the new world, I am told, soon strike gold. Let's seize a chance with both our hands. Assessing the market, limit the risk. Here's a room for error. Business is risk.
Have you come to a decision yet, Mr. Pratt? Is a town of good people whose future depends on you.
I know that.
Give us a chance. You want your credit. The factory could be running in weeks, expand for years out. Please, Mr. Banks, I'm giving everything I got, believe me.
I do believe you, Mr. Northbrook. And I'm trying to find a way, but there's just not the collateral.
What about me work, boss? Decent man who want better lives. My men have dreams to hand in honest living. A wife and kids, a home to Chicago. If you did best in us today. It came the day. I promise we'd prepare the
I'm sorry, Mr. Northbrook, but
Hello, Daddy.
What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we're done. And no man should be too busy for his own children. What you come here for, young lad? Have you come here for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need money for?
Well, it's never too late to learn its value.
Under the value of this, sixpence.
No, that's its worth. Its value is how you spend it. Do good, and may you have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you.
I'll wait outside.
Really, Mary Poppins, I'm not without a sense of humour. What is the meaning of this?
Aren't you, Daddy?
No, I'm not. But when I was a little boy, I would have never dared interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course I was. But my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way, and he'd have been very annoyed if she hadn't.
What about your mother?
I shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
You didn't say mine.
Mind, they were glad to be rid of me.
Then who kissed you goodnight? Miss Andrew?
Certainly not. There was no time for hugs and kisses and all that soppy nonsense. What's the matter?
Poor Daddy.
Poor? What do you mean, poor? That's what made me the man I am today. Eh, Mary Poppins?
Yes, I'm afraid it did.
Well, that's enough. You've seen where I work, and I've a great deal to do.
Daddy, when you invest the bank's money, what are you looking for? A good man or a good idea?
I suppose I should say it's a good idea. But a good man is much rarer and much more valuable.
Come along, children.
Miss Von Hustler, I've considered your arguments, but I'm afraid my answer is no. So you don't recognize a good idea? Perhaps not, but I do recognize a good man when I see one. You will regret this, Herr Bugs! A man has dreams that life hasn't broken, ambitions to fulfill. A man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance. Now, Mr. Northbrook, when exactly could the factory be open?
Thank you, sir. You won't regret it.
The birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
There's that whole old woman.
Don't point. And for your information, she's not in the least horrible.
But she's just a bundle of rags.
When will you learn to look past what you see? Each day to the steps of St. Paul's, while they torn old bird woman comes. In her own special way to the people she calls. Come, buy my bag full of crumbs. Come, feed little birds, show them you care, and you'll be glad if you do. The young ones are hungry, their nests are so bare. All it takes is tuppence from you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag. Feed the birds, that's what she cries. But overhead, the birds in the skies.
What are you doing?
I'm going to give her my sixpence.
What a waste!
That's a matter of opinion. Here. One bag, please. Save your sixpence. All around the cathedral, the saints and the apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you don't see them, you know they are smiling each time someone shows Listen, she's calling to you. Hear the words, tuppence a bag, tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
Hold on.
Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
Well, you don't say. Oh, well, here she is now. You can tell her yourself.
Isn't that Miss Lark's little dog, Willoughby?
Don't interrupt when someone's barking. You're saying? Really? Well, perhaps if she keeps wandering off, then maybe it would be better if you kept her on a lead. Oh, here she comes now. You know, sometimes I think you could talk. But can Willoughby really talk?
Of course he can. Getting him to stop is the problem.
How do you learn to talk dog?
How do you think? Master the grammar
Practice when you can.
and avoid mumbles.
Far too much slang.
Now come along, I can't stand here all day talking shop.
Talking shop? What a silly expression.
There's nothing silly about it in the least.
What do you buy in a talking shop?
Conversations, of course.
Well, I've never seen a talking shop.
Well, there is only one, and it belongs to Mrs. Corrie.
Who's Mrs. Corrie?
Who's Mrs. Corrie? Mrs. Corrie is older than anyone in the world. She knew William before he went conquering, to Vlad before he went impaling, and to Alexander when he went so great.
We'll have to call at her shop in the park.
There is no shop in the park.
Remember, anything can happen if you let it.
I've run out of conversation.
Good day to you, Mrs. Corrie.
Well, if it isn't Mary Poppins with Shane and Michael Banks.
She knows us.
Oh, how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Georgie Banks, your father, of course. He used to give his nanny the slip and come into my shop in secret.
But it can't have been St. George Banks. That would have been 40 years ago, and no one can remember back that far.
Listen, dearie, I remember everything. I remember that your father used to love my gingerbread. I wonder if we've got any left today. Annie, Fanny, look at me.
Yes, Mother.
Here we are, gingerbread pieces with gingerbread stars. Georgie always saved his stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
Well, I was hoping for an ounce of conversation.
I'm out of conversations and I'm right out of words too. You see, we've had a lot of chatterboxes in here today. But let me see what I have left. Oh! I do have some letters and a little bit of back chat. An ounce, you say? That would be 15 letters. Go on, take your pick.
Jane, you can choose 7.
I've got a D, a G, an R, a U, a C, and L, and an I. There, you can't make conversation out of that.
Your turn, Michael. 7 more.
A, F, S, T, E, O, and a P.
And I'll choose an X. Now what words have you made?
Well, I see dog and cat.
Rataplex, that's 9.
Leptophorus, 11. Nearly there.
Those don't count, you made them up.
And where these words came from in the first place? Somebody had to make them up.
You know, we can use the same letter more than once. Now let me see. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
That's not a word.
Of course it's a word, and unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's going to prove a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation clean. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
But it doesn't mean anything.
It can mean exactly what you want it to do. When Stone Age men were chatting, simply grunting would suffice.
Well, if they heard this word, they might have used it once or twice.
I'm sure Egyptian pharaohs would have crushed it in a jiff. Then every single pyramid would bear this hieroglyph.
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
Maybe 10 wild animals will not seem so frail.
And some further flourishes, it's so precocious.
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-I, 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 diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-I.
The Druids could have carved it on their mighty monoliths.
The ancient Greeks, I'm certain, would have used it in their myths.
I'm sure the Roman Empire only entered the abyss because those Latin scholars never had a word like this.
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
If you say it softly, the effects can be atrocious.
Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis.
Yeah! Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-I, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-I, diddle-diddle-diddle-I, diddle-diddle-diddle-I.
You know, you can say it backwards, which is Supercalifragilistic, supercalifragilistic.
She may be tricky, but she's bloody good.
The mental cat has got your tongue, there's no need for dismay. Just summon up this word and then you've got a lot to say.
Pick out those 18 consonants and 16 vowels as well, and put them in an order which is very hard to spell.
S-U-P-E-R
R,
C-A-L-I-F
F,
R-A-G-I-L
L,
I-S-T-I-C-X-B-I-A-L-I-D
O-C-I-O-U-S.
Smarty Pants,
S-U-P-E-R
C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-E-X-B-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S S-U-P-E-R C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L I-S-T-I-C-E-X-B-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S S-U-P-E-R
here we go!
Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, you can say it loud enough, your voice is precocious. Supercalifragilistic, 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 expialidocious. Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious.
But who's to know exactly what it's bringing? Good news or bad, happy or sad, the pendulum keeps swinging.
Right, steps there. And stand back. near this fast, and no one else but me neither. This is a heirloom.
Heirloom.
And while I do this, stay totally immobile.
Immobile.
Do not move a muscle.
Muscle.
Do not breathe, do you hear me?
Well, I might as well be dead.
Don't give me ideas.
A gang is played, a change is made, but still the road is long. And though they might yet fly a kite, sometimes the wind's too strong.
George, what happened? Are you ill?
No, should I be?
No, of course not. Only why on earth are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No, everything's all wrong.
My dear, what is it?
If you must know, I received some German chap alone. He's went to our chief rival. They've given him the money and it's turned into a gold mine.
Well, they can't expect you to get it right every time.
Can't they? That's exactly what they expect.
Oh, Supercalifragilistic, expialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say
There's more than loud enough. Upstairs to your room.
But we were just...
I don't care what you're just. Upstairs now. Where's my briefcase? I put it right here. Michael. Jane? Will you give it to me? Must I put up with behavior? You're the mother. Why can't you do something?
Well, I can try not shouting for a start.
Mary Poppins. You're here to teach your children some manners. But just look at them. They're a pair of little savages. If I had my way, you'd be out
George, you're tired. Mary Poppins, please don't bring the children down tonight. Mr. Banks is quite exhausted. Perhaps you could keep them occupied.
I hope you haven't forgotten, Mum. Tonight's my evening out.
Oh dear. I had forgotten. I suppose the best people wouldn't ask you to change your plans.
No, Mum, they wouldn't.
I thought not.
It's not fair. Daddy loses his temper when I shut up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and rotten and I hate
Jane,
him.
take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father like that.
Why not? He criticizes you. Last week he said you were neither use nor ornament.
How dare you?
We heard him and so did you.
Sometimes people say things they don't necessarily mean. Take the children upstairs, please, Mary Poppins. George,
What is it now?
I thought you might like to talk about it.
What would be the point?
Perhaps I can help.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'm serious, George. If you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
Don't worry, you will. The fact is, I've been suspended without salary until they decide what to do with me.
Twists and turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, next moment frowns. With bad-tempered faces, had better change quick. 'Cause if the wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chimney, chim chim, chorry, chim choroo.
It's not fair. You get to go out and we're left on our own.
You've plenty of toys to play with.
I don't want to. They're boring.
They might say the same about you.
Why does Daddy get so cross?
Fathers are supposed to look after their children, not yell at them all the time.
Maybe. But have you asked yourself who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose?
Not the children?
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families are upside down. For a while, anyway.
I don't want to be part of an upside-down family. I wish I could just run away.
Why don't you? Someone might adopt you.
But you'd miss me.
No, I wouldn't. I could have all your toys.
No, you could not.
Yes, I would. I jolly well would.
Give that to me! Now look what you've done!
That's no way to treat Valentine. What's he ever done to you?
He's a doll, silly. He couldn't do anything.
That's all you two. Now into bed at once.
You should just leave us alone.
Be careful of the things you wish for. Poor Valentine. Go inside and make yourself presentable.
But we won't go to bed. You can't make me.
In that, as in so many things,
Your information
is faulty. Some children lose, some children learn. Treat the toys nicely and maybe they'll treat you the same. Playing the game. Are you feeling any better, Valentine?
Much better, thank you.
Tempers are frayed, tempers are lost. Nobody stops to think of the cost.
They tore my arm again.
Oh dear, children who lose their temper will lose everything else in the end.
Not playing the game, not playing fair. Not with the doll, not with the bear. Thrown on the floor and neglected the neighbors. Playing the game. Please tell them, Mary Poppins.
Why don't you tell them?
What's going on? What's happened to the toys? There's four making them out of their box.
Why, you hurt them and called them names. Now, it's their turn. Summon the toys. Now is the time. You tell of your woes. To tell of their crimes. Come one, come all. Enter the fray. What you have to say.
pavement and stars is the chimney sweep's world, where there's hardly no day, nor hardly no night. There's things off in shadow and halfways in light. On the rooftops of London. Cool! What a sight!
So you're asleep now, are you?
Best view in the world, eh? And who gets to see it? The birds, the stars, and the chimney sweeps. Nothing to beat it, huh? Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think a sweep's on the bottommost rung. The wife spending time in the ashes and smoke. In this whole wide world there's no happier blow. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. A sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo.
Good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss. going then?
The wind has changed.
But they're good kids, Mary.
Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? But I can't help them if they won't let me, and there's no one so hard to teach as a child who knows everything.
So?
So they've got to do the next part on their own. Jiminy, Jiminy, Gingery, when you're with a sweet, you're in glad company. Goodbye, Bert.
Gingery, when you're with the sweet, you're in glad company. Nowhere is there a more happier crew than what sings Gingery, Gingeroo. Gingerany, Gingery, Ginger.
Keep an eye on them for me.
Yes, she can. She's taken all of our toys.
What does Mary say?
What in the heck are you two doing out here? Where's Mary Poppins?
Gone.
Gone? Well, that one would take the blooming biscuit.
Mrs. Brill, what does au revoir mean?
Why?
Because that's what she's written here in this note. To Jane and Michael, keep playing the games. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
Oh, it's French, you know that. Does it mean God bless you? Or is it good luck? No! I remember now. Till we meet again. Now, come inside before you catch your death.
Morning, Uncle!
Lovely weather!
Mrs. Brill, is the nursery tidy? As tidy as I can make it, ma'am.
Oh, if only you knew how hard it was to track her down.
Oh, really, ma'am? Thanks, that. Call they get through nannies for a flip pin pastime. Now when one returns, they make a fearful fuss. Never liked her much when she was here the last time.
She makes life easier for the both of us.
Mrs. Brill, it is her, isn't it?
Well, I don't know who else.
Why is it such a secret?
Do you think that she's returned to get things with the way they look?
The note says, till we meet again.
I just know it must be her.
Oh my goodness, she'll be a heavy moment now. Where's George? George, dear, you're going to be surprised.
Winifred, you know I hate surprises at the best of times.
No, not this one, George. I do believe you're going to be rather proud of me for once. Precision and order, it's perfectly true. Can really make a difference. I found her for you. Clear thinking, sound judgment, and now we'll regain a home you can be proud of in Cherry Tree Lane. Come on, everybody, into the hall. I want her to find everything. Spit, spot, spink, and span. A sense of excitement is hard to contain.
Order is returning!
Thunder is returning.
Someone is returning to Cherry Tree Lane. The Holy Terror!
Good morning.
Oh, dear Miss Hunter, it's so lovely to meet you at last. I do hope you had a good journey.
It was thoroughly unpleasant. I never enjoy travel.
You must be poor George's wife. Your flower beds are disgracefully untidy. Take my advice. Plant evergreens. Or, better still, have nothing there at all and just a plain cement courtyard.
But, oh dear Miss Andrew, I'm so fond of flowers.
Then you are a very silly woman. No doubt he was late as usual. It's not much of a house, is it? We like it. Then it doesn't take a lot to keep you happy. Look at the dust! There, and there, there. We are rather short-staffed at the moment. Hasn't anyone ever dusted this place? No, just a minute! You must be the children. Pity? Don't suppose you know who I am?
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror.
Impudent boy! You're Jane, I suppose. Why aren't you wearing stockings?
I don't like them.
Tut! What manners! Well, I can see there's not a minute to lose. These children are being spoiled. I've arrived here just in time. By chance I brought the punishment that best befits the crime. Brimstone and treacle and cod liver oil, liberal doses of each. These are the treats from which children recoil, the lessons I'm going to teach. Just follow my mortal antidote, mollycoddle, it may be irksome to work. So seek satisfaction from punitive action. Brimstone and treacle will work, obey.
Does it taste as bad as it smells?
What?
Do I have to?
Well, I obey. Brimstone and treacle and carbolic soda. These are the tools of my trade. White spoonfuls of sugar. Don't have a hope on seeing that changes are made. Where manners are chronic, my tincture's the tonic that's certain to wipe off that smirk. Just pour out a ration in matronly fashion. Brimstone and treacle will work. Your son will go to boarding school at once. As for the girl, I shall take charge of her myself. I won't stand for whining or whinging or whimpering, crying or lying or sobbing or simpering. I fear it's clear that in these two such bad habits lurk. First let him to rot, then unlock Brimstone and treacle will work. Now show me to my room. Brimstone and treacle will
She can't stay. They'll have to dismiss her. You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm disappointed. Truly am. I really thought it was going to be her, you know, with that umbrella.
What are we going to do? The only thing we can do. Run away!
On a chimney sweep. Now what's the matter? Who's after you?
The nastiest nanny in the world.
The nastiest nanny in the world, huh? You two should know. Been through enough of them. She really as bad as all that.
She looks like something that would eat its young. Miss Andrews, Daddy's nanny, which explains a lot. Poor Daddy. Ever since he stopped working, he just sits and mopes. Mary Poppins used to say he needed our help, but now it's too late.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. You know what? Let's start off with a bit of a shake of good luck.
Why would shaking hands with you bring us luck?
Didn't anyone ever tell you it's good luck to shake a sweet's hand?
But what do you do if you want some luck?
Well, I shake hands with myself. Now, what do we have over here?
Michael, look, it's a real one! What's the matter? You've always wanted to fly a proper kite.
I've always wanted to fly with Daddy.
Of course you have, but you need to know how it's done. Get some training in, and you'll make her the proudest father in the country.
You really think so? You got you saying that?
Did I say country? The whole blooming empire, more like. With tuppence and paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet off the ground like a bird in flight, with your fist holding tight to the string of a kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Try again.
Try again.
What's this? We're not allowed litter here.
It isn't a litter, it's a kite.
I can't. We won't. I've flown kites since I was a boy. No wonder I keep it running away, she'll go.
You don't want to do it.
But you let me help you. Want you to sing? I haven't flown kites since I was a boy.
Okay then.
When you send it flying up there, all at once you're lighter than air. You can dance over breeze, over houses and trees, with your fist holding tight to the string of a kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Oh, Mary Poppins, I knew it! I knew you'd come back!
Don't squeeze, I'm not deciding with Tim.
And where are your coats? We didn't have time to put them on.
And why not, may I ask?
Because we ran away.
How do you leave?
Oh, Mary Poppins has been sorrowful since we went away, and Daddy's ruined, and Miss Andrews
Oh
told me
my
never.
eye, but your life's a tragedy. But now, let's go home. And don't dawdle. That was a lovely greeting, Bert.
I meant it, Mary. Welcome. You're a sight for sore eyes.
You really are. Welcome back, Mary Poppins.
I just wonder if it's going like that. And where from? I'd like to know. And where from?
If I were a park keeper, I would straighten my cap and button my coat. Come along, children.
Aren't you going to shake hands with Bert for good luck?
No,
But we have.
I don't need any luck, thank you.